How many remember 10 Deep? 10 Deep could be looked at as one of the grandfathers of the streetwear industry. They've been around since before the streetwear genre even had a name. They helped pave the way for all of the brands that we know and love today. However, you don't really see them around as much as you used to. Why is that? Let's find out. I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and this is the rise and fall of 10 Deep. Before we get started, please do us a favor and smash that like button. Liking the video helps us out in the search rankings so that we can get more eyes on our videos and continue to grow our channel. But with that being said, let's jump right in. 10 Deep was started in the olden days of 1995 by Scott Sasso while attending Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York. Sasso came up with the name while messing around in his dorm room one day. He admits that at the time his main reason for choosing the name is simply that he thought it sounded cool, rather than having some deep philosophical meaning or anything. In fact, he never even thought nor planned for the idea to blow up like it did. He looked at it as a way of staving off boredom while in school and take his love of street art to the next step of wearable art. And if you too love urban art, then I'm positive that our sponsors got you covered. You like that creative sponsor drop, huh? Check it out. Are you tired of the bland ambiance at home and want to add more personality? Well, at TakeFlight214.com, we offer custom canvas prints, aluminum artwork, posters, and much more. We've been in business for over 15 years offering high-quality wall art, apparel, and promotional materials. Any size, any design, we got you covered. Thousands of designs in stock, and we also offer printable files that you can download directly after ordering. So stop by today and check out our aluminum artwork. It's high gloss, high quality, and extremely durable. So if you want to add more life to your living space and have been looking for the perfect artwork to do so, then stop by TakeFlight214.com today, because blank walls are boring. But after a year of shopping his earlier, more experimental designs, 10 Deep would see their first bit of success in 1996 with their Urban Survival Games series. The minor success of the series gave Sasso the confidence to take a leap and give this thing a go. They didn't immediately pick up here in the States though, but they did have a healthy following in Japan. They would spend the next 3 years almost exclusively selling in the land of the rising sun. They started dabbling with cut and sew a lot earlier than most streetwear brands. Considering Sasso's mom was a clothing designer as well, she was able to help out with the patterns for the earlier cut and sew stuff. She was even the brand's first production manager. She would go to the factories and make sure everything was going to plan. After all, no one was more invested in Sasso's come up than his own mom, right? And Sasso says that she was a huge help in the early days. By 1999, 10 Deep was in full swing. They had several designs that were garnering attention from consumers and respect for the brand. Despite the economic downturn of 2000 and 2001, 10 Deep managed to hang on by producing designs like the Brass Knuckles Problem Solver tee that helped define the brand in the eyes of tons of people. They had another t-shirt design around this time with a gas mask on it that did well too. Both tees would sell 500 units, up from a high for the brand of 300 units. And after all these years, 10 Deep was becoming profitable. Sasso would quit his job in 2004 and officially go all in on the brand. But shortly after, he wondered if he had made a mistake. Things weren't picking up as fast as he thought they would. He had burned through all the money that he had saved from his other job and proclaimed to a friend that if 10 Deep didn't hit a certain amount in sales soon, he would have to hang it up. Another one of the recent pieces that they had was a gold chain all over print hoodie. Because this were the days where all over print patterns were popping, so hey. But Sasso admits that he originally designed it as sort of a joke and never really thought that people would like it that much. But surprise, surprise, because they did. Sasso sent a few of his guys to a trade show in 2006 with 300 pieces of the hoodie in tow, along with some other stuff. And much to his delight, they would end up taking 4,000 orders for the hoodie. And it was at this moment that 10 Deep had finally broken through to the other side of the grind. For years leading up to this point, Sasso struggled to just sell the brand. People would say, is this a black urban brand or is this a skate brand? But it was neither. It was both. It was all. It was the beginning of what would become known as streetwear. Unlike many other brands, 10 Deep never bothered opening a flagship store. They instead opted to sell through other shops, both brick and mortar and online. One of the online outlets they worked with was Karmaloop. Karmaloop at the time was one of, if not the largest online streetwear retailer, and 10 Deep was among the most popular brands offered on the site. Working with Karmaloop, 10 Deep was able to further cement their footing in the industry. But as we covered in our Rise and Fall of Karmaloop video, the site ran into some financial issues due to questionable business practices. They would end up filing bankruptcy and were unable to pay many of their debts. And one of the brands to be stiffed the hardest was 10 Deep, to the tune of over $300,000. To this day, it's unclear if they were ever able to recover the full amount, but I'm sure that had to hurt. Another one of the brick and mortars included national mall skate store Zoomies. But as we know, this never really seems to fare well for brands' longevity. When we look at the fall of 10 Deep, there's no clear and precise issue to point out. We can't blame overhype. They were never really big on tons of collabs, and they seem to be all about doing things from an art-first perspective. They were one of the first brands in the genre that would later become known as streetwear. Sasso admittedly was learning on the fly, so to speak. He never really expected the brand to blow up and almost quit a few times before it did. I say that to say he had no blueprint to follow. Once the brand did finally take off, I'm sure Sasso simply wanted to move as many pieces as possible, and maintaining exclusivity and brand integrity was lower on his list. It was this that drove 10 Deep to the mall stores and Karmaloop, which, although increased their visibility, would sort of cause fans to burn out as well. It was kind of like overload. You could find the stuff in tons of places and anyone that wanted it could get it. This is good for consumers and the brand in the short term, but as history has shown, it's not the best method if shelf life is the goal. Well, hey, at least that's my opinion. 10 Deep is still around today online and the pieces look good as usual. Of all the brands we've covered, 10 Deep is on the short list of brands that I personally would still wear now. Not because of the hype or the prestige, but because of the design aesthetic and the fact that even to this day, despite not having the buzz of the past, 10 Deep still seems to be doing things from the perspective of an artist that always just wanted people to wear his art. But what do you think? Would you still wear 10 Deep? Hit us up in the comment section and let us know. Also, if you made it this far, then you must have liked the video, and if so, smash that like button. As we said before, hitting the like button helps us out in the YouTube search ranking so that we can continue to grow and spread our reach as a channel. Also, if you want to be updated every time we drop a new episode of Rise and Fall of a Streetwear Brand series, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. This way you'll be dinged whenever we drop a new episode, which we do every Sunday. But with that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com signing out. Until next time, peace.